Hello, and welcome back to the GorillaBiker. And welcome back to the Jixer with a very, very incorrect speedometer. I'm going to start off by saying that I'm actually going to be going quite slowly today because, well, look at the road. I just really wanted to get out on this bike before I decided to do a few jobs on it, because it's going to be off the road, I would say, until mid-January then. That's obviously also, of course, depending on if I don't find any other problems, and also that, you know, the parts come in and stuff, because I have been having trouble to get parts for this just on time. Now I know it's an older bike and stuff, but I think it's a lot to do with supply lines and stuff as well at the moment. So, you know, I don't complain. In fairness, I never would around those type of things. I know it's very difficult. This road is so wet. It's very difficult at the moment, so I really appreciate the fact that Pat could even get them. But listen to this. Whee! That's up into 6th. And in 6th gear I know what speed I'm doing for my revs. So right now I'm actually doing the speed limit. And Hippo Drones, I watched his video literally this morning on his regearing of his Jixer, and that honestly did kind of, it got me up off my ass to come make this, because I wanted to talk about it for a while. And so thank you Pete. And it's actually, right now I'm going to just say as well, I don't think Pete, aka Hippo Drones, I don't think he realizes the impact he's had on motovloggers like myself, because even when I was a very, very small motovlogger, and I've seen him do it with other guys as well, you know, he really does have an interest in channels, and he really does have an interest in seeing how they grow. And Pete, from myself, I don't think you know the impact that has on us, from a confidence perspective, seeing a channel that's as well established as yours, giving people support. It makes a huge difference, so thank you very much. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But this bike, I came out on this road because I've said it in videos before, I absolutely love it. But of course, I just have to be extra careful on days like today because it's so wet. So Hippo Drones did one down on the front sprocket and one up on the rear. My bike is one down on the front, two up on the rear, so it is quite it's quite nippy now and a little bit finicky. So I just have to be very, very, very careful. It's not that it's not fun to ride in this weather. It is. It's just that extra bit of concentration. I, like Pete, also do have a speedo healer on the way, so I'll be installing that on this. I got a Heeltech, or I have a Heeltech ordered, and the beauty of them are, the beauty of, Jesus, my words are all over the place today. The beauty of them is, when you order from Heeltech, they'll tell you exactly what harness to get with your bike and all that, so it just fits right up, which is huge for a bike this age. It's absolutely huge. So big up to Heeltech as well for still making stuff for a bike like this. You know, this bike, what I'll be doing with it now over Christmas, we'll talk a bit more about when we stop. But like, it's riding lovely. So there's one thing I'll say before we stop, is that, you know, Dean from Motomax Suspension has a Penske shock that will fit it. So I'm strongly considering buying that off him. I think I will, because it's one thing I'd like to have a bit better on this anyway, is that the rear shock. The front is lovely now with the Hayabusa forks on it, but the rear could still be better, and I think there's only so far you can push the stock shock, so we'll see. It's funny actually, since I've been on the CBF a lot lately, I jumped back onto this one and I nearly broke myself with the brakes on it. The brakes are considerably better than on the CBF. What are you? Oh, you're turning in. Good man, fair play to you. That pleases my soul, I have to tell you. So even there now, across a little wet patch, the arse gave a wiggle. Oh, absolutely love riding this bike. I'm not gonna lie to you. It has to be, it's definitely joint top with the Magna. I just love them both. And it's stupidly fast. This is 6th gear. And that is, that's the beauty of that gear change as well, is it just, the gear change makes the bike, like, again, I'm just echoing Hippo a lot here. It makes it a lot more usable on the road, because, you know, I can leave it in 6th and just rev from 5,000 and it pulls away fine. Which, look, I know isn't like the most fun thing to do, but on a day like today, I think it does show up how much more usable it is. Oh, I hate those patches. We'll give it a little pull here. Oh, I love this bike. Oh God, I love it. I love how it rides. I love how it sounds now with that Dominator. And you know, there's a lot of people asking me, actually recently as well, because I think there's people finding the Gixxer videos again that I made earlier in the year, and they're saying, you know, oh, you know, you should change it for a bigger leader bike, a more modern leader bike. You should change it because they'd fit you better. And I mean, they're completely right. I'm not disagreeing with them in any way, shape or form, but I honestly, I don't think I have it in me. I love this bike too much. I just love it. I love everything about it. I love how it looks. I love how it rides. I love how it sounds. And I'll be honest, the gearing changes have just made it even more perfect. On the track, oh, that's a lot of oily. Oh, I hate seeing that now. The colours on the road. I start riding a bit motocrossy. Leaning on the bars too much now. Anyway, I know it'd make sense to change it, but I don't want to. But yeah, the gearing on the track, I had 2 down on the front. So what the hell was this person doing, just dragging diesel everywhere? It was 2 down on the front, 3 up on the rear. So it was a bit of a handful, but it definitely needed new sparks and stuff. So it wasn't as much of a handful as it probably would have been. So now that that's kind of rectified, I feel like if I was to put back on that gearing, it'd be kind of not unusable on the road, but difficult on the road. So I think I'm not going to do that. It does sound good though. It does sound very, very good, and that's with the, well, the baffle. I don't know what you call it, a baffle. It's a very small piece of metal in. I wonder where I can stop now. I don't like the fact that guy's there, but oh well, we'll just do it. You know, I hate talking near people. I don't know why. I know it's a bit silly at this point. People tell me all the time. I know, I'm aware it's silly, but I still don't like it. I thought about bringing my fancy camera today, but I decided against it because it just would make my life too hard. So I didn't. We need to do something about that side stand. Wait. But yeah, this is my 96 GSX-R SRAD, and there's a couple of things that need to be done now. Obviously it needs to be cleaned because I just ruined it by bringing it out here, but that's okay. The big thing for me is these front discs are done. So movement like this is okay, but like that's bad, and I have movement like that, so they've got to go. I'm trying to save up for, because I have high booster front forks, I have to use a high booster front mudguard unless I go chopping up the fork screwy on bits, but I don't want to do that either. So there's one I can get, it's like a carbon fiber fancy one that's a bit thinner and looks neater, so I'm going to do that and get the carbon one. And this is a new screen for the road. I'll keep the other one for the track. Nice MRA one. I don't want to put any stickers or mounts on it, which is why I'm just using the 360 cam in this. I don't really want to ruin the bike with stickers. I knew I needed to tighten you more. I knew it. No, perfect. It also obviously needs new tires quite soon. And what I'm going to be doing over Christmas is doing checking the valves and also changing the clutch, because the clutch is kind of completely goosed in it. I do have new clutch plates and all that stuff, and I have a new clutch cable. I'm just waiting on the gasket, which Freeman's getting in for me, and I'm also waiting for the gasket from there. The other thing I do have for it is a manual cam chain adjuster, so that's going to be going on as well, from a lot of advice from people to just put it on sooner rather than later. So I do have one from Ape Racing, and I want to thank those guys because it was a pain to actually ship that over to Ireland, but they got it sorted, so really appreciate that, guys. I'll leave a link in the description for them, because they did put in a lot of work to get that done for me, so legends, really appreciate it. And that's the story of it, really. Valve adjustment, valve check and adjustment if needed, clutch change, clutch cable change, new front mud guard, and manual cam chain adjuster. Other than that, this thing is pretty much running precisely as I want it to, so I'm not going to be doing anything else, but I do absolutely love using this thing. The other thing I might look at doing, because sometimes this fuel cap, as much as I love it, you need to kind of pop it back down yourself, so I might see, can I change the spring in it, or I might need to get a new one, but I still want a fancy one like that, so we'll see what goes. Other than that, everything else has worked out really well. I love the new clip-ons. Obviously all the suspension work has been fantastic. The quick shifter is amazing. Absolutely love the quick shifter. And yeah, that's kind of, I don't think there's anything else I need to shout out, really, is there? And obviously the Brembo Master Cylinder. I think the Brembo Master Cylinder is what has made this bike eat its own discs quite quickly. They were fine before I put this on, and also, like I said, this bike brakes so much better than the likes of the CBF, like so much better. It's not wet, it just looked wet. And that obviously is fantastic, the fact that it does brake that good. It's a bit of a change when you jump back onto it after being on the CBF. You're like, whoa, why'd I nearly headbutt my handlebars? But you quickly get used to it. So yeah, that's a road I absolutely love riding on any bike, especially since it ends about here at Kells Priory in Kilkenny, and it's just a nice place to come and look around, as you can see. So it's why I do come out this way. It's quite nice. Oh, the other thing is, you see this guy here, people have been asking me about it. This is how I'm mounting my GoPro to my helmet these days. It's a Dango Designs mount. Like you can see, it makes it very easy to just kind of take the GoPro off if you don't want the GoPro on your helmet. And it's really good. Like, I've been using this since I got this helmet, and it works great. So Dango Designs, it's pricey enough to get one. I did get sent this one ages ago just to have a look at. Obviously there was no strings attached because I've never made a video on it. Sorry about that, but I am now, and I have to say I really like it, and I'm considering buying a second one so I can set up my spare helmet as well, just to have them ready to go, or give Toaster one on her helmet. So we shall see, but it's as easy as just clipping it back on like that, and like, it holds really well. So yeah, that's it. If you watched, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a very happy new year, because this is obviously going to be out after Christmas. Let me know what you think of the upcoming work to the Jigsaw. Are you looking forward to seeing it? Because I'm going to try and make videos on it. I've never done a valve adjustment on this bike, but it looks actually spacious in comparison to a lot of bikes. So no, I'm not ever going to say I'm looking forward to a valve clearance check and adjustment, but I'm looking more forward to it than if it was on the Phaser, say, because that's definitely more miserable. And yeah, let me know, did you have a good Christmas, and are you going to have a good New Year? Do you have any plans? Let me know. Also, go give Hippo Drones a subscribe. Have a look at his Jigsaw video that he made on his own Jigsaw, which is newer than mine, and also, I'm not going to say as beautiful, but it's also beautiful. It is also very beautiful, so have a look, see. Tell him I sent you, tell him I say hello, and yeah. If you want to see a video I made on this place, Kells Priory, it's in my channel in Gorilla Explorers playlist. And that's kind of it. So yeah, as always, a very special thank you to all of my patrons. I don't especially, I hope you're having just as good a time as everyone else. I want everyone to have the same amount of good timeness, if that makes sense. I don't know does it, but I said it now, so hopefully it does. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much again for watching. Adios. Outro crew. Would you leave these on? I'm unsure. I kind of like them. I like the, like, if you look from the front, I feel like they really suit the look of the bike. But then I'm also like, do I want to take them off? And I saw, you know, there's some unbelievable, like, modernized looks you can do for the SRADs. But then every time I think about doing it, I'm like, I'd need a second SRAD because I love this one so much. What do you think? I actually think, even now looking at it, no, I think those mirrors suited. I think they kind of have to stay on, don't they? Anyway, let me know what you think. Bye.